One of the first examples of just how infectious and deadly the coronavirus Grand Princess cruise ship was at one point the epicenter of the outbreak in the United States. 10 months ago, it docked at the port of San Francisco in a state of crisis, many passengers ill. Some ended up dying as a result of all this. NBC Bay Area's Thom Jensen caught up with one of the survivors who looks back on it all.
A lot has happened since last February when passengers from the Grand Princess got back on dry ground in San Francisco. Angela Rodriguez captured fond memories of a horseback ride along a beach in Mexico with her sister and a very nice tour guide while on the cruise, and beautiful sunrises and sunsets. But that's where the good memories end.
Me and my sister, the whole time on the cruise, we were being so careful.
Careful because at the time they heard occasional stories about a virus in China that was potentially deadly. But 4 days after they got off the ship, they learned another passenger on their cruise, a Placer County man, had died from coronavirus. A few days later, a notice from the cruise line.
He actually emailed me saying that somebody on our ship was positive, and if I showed any symptoms, to go get tested.
By the first week of March, the Grand Princess, initially steaming its way towards Hawaii, was now circling back to a multi-week quarantine at the Port of Oakland. Angela and her family, who were already back home, were getting test results back.
I was the only one in my family who got it.
Like many of the passengers aboard the ship, Angela got really sick. More than 100 eventually tested positive, and dozens were hospitalized.
It was like nothing I've ever had before, and it took like 3 months to get rid of the cough.
At least 2 lawsuits have been filed by passengers or families alleging the cruise line knew there was a viral outbreak and had sick passengers, but didn't warn crew and passengers early enough to prevent illnesses and potentially deaths. Angela says she and her family are not parties of any of the suits, but she feels awful for workers, mostly from the Filipino community, who were sickened by the virus. It took months for her cough to go away, and she hopes a lingering fatigue from the virus will fade over time.
You get winded, but it's not like real problematic. You know, I just work through it.
And like many people, she hopes to get vaccinated soon and put this pandemic behind her and remember the good times and the sunsets again. Thom Jensen, NBC Bay Area News.